What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Options Algo AI Pro. This is Brandon, your own trading partner. And for a very long time, I was continually trying to learn the dynamics of the strategy that I am going to teach you in this video. Now, it's not a very long time that I was discovering this strategy for, but I was trying to learn it from every single position because when you are trying to trade in the market, most traders lose it on the behavioral patterns that they could not recognize. And that's why for traders who really want to be successful, it's recommended to not just be dependable on market moves, structures, or strategies, but also study the behaviors in the market. And if you cannot read out the behaviors of the market, and you could possibly not be able to find out identical patterns, you are going to somewhere end up blowing up your account, and that is what separates 95% of losing traders from 5% of profitable traders or highly profitable traders. So in this video, we are going to be trading on this pocket option account with $2,500, and I'll be using a combination of moving average combined with the marker. Now, most traders think that demarker is purely based off oversold and overbought readings, but that is absolutely not true. The demarker has a very specific form of reading patterns, and if you could learn it, you could possibly use it better than stochastic oscillator. Now, today I feel really bad. I feel really bad keeping something above stochastic oscillator, but I think today is the day. So demarker is extremely friendly for beginners, and if you're, let's say, just starting out in the market and you need something to give you a quick reading, this could be a powerful tool for you to trade with. Now, without wasting time, I would like to get started with the settings of the strategy. Also, guys, if you're looking for a brief explanation of how this strategy works and where to exactly take your trade, you can find the entire explanation in the last slide after I am going to complete the session. So during the session, you can just find out how and where I'm taking the trades and look at the trades precisely. And then at the end of the session, I am going to keep the entire brief explanation so that I don't miss out on anything that I could miss out during the video. So we'll get started as soon as possible. And before that, I would like to introduce you to Options Algo AI Pro trading system. And here you go. Quick interruption to the video, guys. Now, if you are somebody who's been trading for a while and if you've experienced significant amount of losses and now trading with any sort of strategy feels like a really heavy load to you, and if you're somebody who hates using strategy now, this is your go-to leverage that you can use to trade in the market even after being or not using any sort of strategy. Well, this is called Options Algo AI, which is an AI trading leverage that you can use right away after accessing it from our website. That's Options Algo AI. Just type on your search engine Options Algo AI and it will appear. Now, we've also been rated 4.2 plus stars on Trustpilot, which is an extremely great sign. Well, here you can grab any of your plan and instantly you'll be getting access to this powerful AI trading dashboard from where all you need to do is copy the signals and paste it on your broker, which is right here. Now, also you get a complete guide from head to toe of how to run through the entire procedure and how to make profits, the best timings to trade with. Well, this is exclusively for those people out there, once again, who have experienced significant amount of losses. And if you do not have time enough to run through a trading strategy and learn it all from scratch, implement it on your account, and then start making profit and run through that mathematical calculations. So if you're interested, just visit optionsalgo.ai and access this powerful trading leverage that clears off all the doubts and all the fears. Well, let's get back to the video. Alrighty guys, back to the video, and I hope that you check out Options Algo AI Pro trading system, because ultimately a lot of you traders need it. And if you are somebody who continually is failing in the market and you are constantly trying to keep up with the market patterns, and you're not being able to do so, it's not because the market is being manipulated, it's because you're not being able to recognize patterns in the market, just like other 95% of traders. So go ahead and check it out right now. And now let's move on to the strategy and the basics of it. Now, I really love creating these videos, and however, I don't consider myself a guru. I just consider myself as an informed trader who would want you to be informed as well, as much as I could inform you. Now, here is the setting for today's trading indicators. We are going to keep it for 15 and EMA, so that we have a very concise reading of the real-time price movement. Now, I always like to keep demarker as default, as it gives out accurate reading. However, so I'm going to keep it to 15 exponential moving average, and the demarker to 14. Now, let's get started, and let's start taking the trades. My goal is to reach anywhere close to $30,000 in one single trading session. Now, I would want to also make you aware of four very, very important tips, four very, very important fundamentals of the entire trading, the trading fundamentals, you could say. So, the very first one is to not be trading around the fences. So, it's basically not beating around the bushes, but I have reframed it to not trading around the fences. And what that really means is that you need to assure yourself with a good amount of balance. You don't have to be trading with $500 again and again, because that's a very hopeless way to trade. When you're trading with $500, you're having to put in $500 continually. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to gamble around with your money. You need to select one amount that you really want to trade with, you're really interested in learning with, and you need to stake that amount to make your future returns, to secure your future investments, not to blow up your account and trade the wrong way and then blame the market like a typical gambler, not even trader. Now, the second one is to be highly disciplined while trading the market. Look, the market does not care about how you feel, where you come from, or whatever reason you could possibly give to make yourself happy or to make yourself feel good, because the market only cares about how great inputs you make. So make sure that your inputs are uh, they're highly well read, they're highly studied, and they're highly strategized. So the third one is similar to something like that. The third one is to have a very precise money management, because if you're not managing your money when you make profits, and then you're not being able to reinvest the same money to your next trades, and then you're getting confused with everything, you are basically staking your entire balance, because it's an emotional run when you're trading in the market, and then it could get highly impulsive very, very soon. And that brings me to the fourth one, which is connected to all of this: have a risk management plan. If you do not have one, you can reach out to our Telegram support channel, and we will be offering you for free. Even if you don't have a subscription with us, we will offer you that for free. But make sure that you have a proper risk management plan based off your current capital and the capital that you desire to achieve with a proven trading strategy in place and the number of trades that you're going to take. So make sure that you have those two things set up before even trying to take your first trade. And of course, guys, you can't just be setting unrealistic goals, because you need to be setting goals that you're really, really capable of achieving. Now, I'm not trying to question your credibility or your talent. What I'm really trying to make you understand is the fact that people set unrealistic goals. So let's say there is a trader. There are a lot of traders that I've taught, and the biggest drawback of their personal trading experience was the fact that they were setting unrealistic goals with highly unrealistic balance. So let's say they had $100 in their trading account. What they were really trying to do was they were trying to stake the entire $100 to gain $200, and their daily goal was $1,000. And I told them, "What is your plan?" And they had no plan. So make sure that you're planning everything properly, and then you're executing it based on your risk management plan. Now, let's get started with the trading session. I would like to keep it very short and not go beyond my daily average of 10 trades. Now, mind you, I am creating this video from Dubai, and everything is probably safe here. A lot of traders texted me whether I'm safe, and a lot of good messages, and I really, really appreciate them. And I would like to inform you that I'm really, really in a good place, and I would be helping you throughout, even if there was a catastrophe that would have happened. But once again, I'm safe, and I'm here to help you with incredible strategies. So let's get started, and let's not make it any complex. Alrighty, guys. So the first few trades have already been set, and this is going to be the very first trade that I'm gonna take. It's going to be $2,000. So $2,000 on stake, and I'm gonna continuously take trades using the strategy that I've well laid out for myself. Now, one more thing that I want to tell you is that you need to take the trade between or before the second candlestick is created and it goes way above the average price the moment you get the reading from the demarker, because ultimately that's a point of uh, that's a point where the bullish or bearish momentum is being formed. And if you try to delay anything, you will probably end up either losing the trade or getting a very terrible reading. Now, first trade is an incredible win. However, I could bet again on the same trade, but I would like to keep my investments on some other trades so that I could go ahead and I would also give you a reason once I do that. So uh, I will keep a mark right here. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and select some other pair. Okay, looks good to me now. And we have invested $4,000 on this point right here. However, if you think that I made a wrong investment, you need to take a close look until the trade ends, because ultimately there is 98% of chance that a reversal happens, which is happening right now, and the trend just ends up being bullish. So let's see if that happens, and of course we can see that happening right away. And so I've invested it right here. However, the bullish momentum will break out close to after 2 minutes. However, For a trader, for an average trader who's trading with this purely based on non-behavioral patterns and technical aspects, I would recommend you to go ahead and shortlist the trade or take the trade close to when it reaches the 184882, which is basically crossing over the price, the average price. So that would be the best time to take trade as a trader who's relying purely on technical factors and not the behavioral factors. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to stay on the same pattern. Now, I've gone for $8,000 for the same trade, by the way. And let's see if this becomes a winning trade. And guys, I already keep telling traders And I already keep telling traders that the importance of money management or risk management really, it turns out when people have nothing to lose or nothing to gain anymore. And then when you realize that there was a trade that could have been extremely successful, which you have lost, and there is no going back, you realize that. There would be no more chance, then there would be no more taking another trade or something like that. That's the most hurtful part, and that's the most Alrighty, guys. So this move has a really big potential right here, and I've just taken it for $9,000. Uh, Big entry, but however, I wasn't sure about it, and I had my HFT on backup, so I have taken this trade for on this point. Now, make sure that every trade that you're taking is being taken with high precautions, and then you're not trying to take a trade based on impulsions, and that's how you make a perfect trade. And then because most traders, they don't realize how important one perfect trade is, rather than 10 useless trades that is taken out of impulsion. So make sure that you're trying to trade with the advanced risk management and extreme precautions. Now I've just secured a great profit right here. And if you're somebody who really wants to trade with me, or if you want to trade live with me, make sure that you access the yearly plan from Options Algo AI. That is the website that I'm going to leave the link in the description. So make sure that you're doing it. And because I have set this pre-laid theory for myself that I don't want to take useless trades, or I don't want to take impulsive trades, because one good trade can replace 100 useless trades. Like if you're taking a lot of trades, there is a chance that there is a very strong chance that you're going to end up losing everything on one single trade, and that's going to be extremely disappointing. So make sure that while you're trading, you're choosing to trade on a pattern that you're very, very sure about. You have certainty about that pattern, and you're not just being impulsive. Now I'm gonna go ahead, take a small break, and I'm gonna be back very, very soon. Alrighty, guys. So I am back with the same energy as before, and the fact that we are recording this video at midnight, just because I was pretty busy during the daytime. I am getting extremely volatile pairs, and I'm literally, having this feel like I'm cutting through an ocean and not quite waves. So, it's like I am trying to find, uh, find, find a needle in a haystack, and I'm not really able to find much stable pairs. But once again, guys, if you really want to find something, you will find it in the market. It's just a matter of time. And I found this movement, this incredible movement right here, just taking a turn back from from losing its strength, and now signaling towards a potential bullish formation for the next few minutes. And literally, guys, look, I'll be very honest with you. If you're not trading the way that I keep it in this video and you're not being inspired by this, I try to be as unfiltered as possible so that traders who are just getting started can find it extremely. I don't even try to use much complex words. Like I can use, you know, constant complex words and then make it sound very complicated, but it is not complicated. All you need to know is that market rewards the hard workers who combine hard with smart, and then that's it. You need to find one good trade. That's a topic for today. You need to find, that's the gold, that's the highlight for today. You need to find one good trade and not 100 good trades. One good trade can erase 100 bad trades, and that's it, guys. So let's say if your balance is 1,000 USD, and then you're trading with 1,000 USD continually for you're taking 10 trades every single hour for 5 to 6 hours, and then you're ending up with the same amount pretty much, and then no gain, no loss, breaking even, or few dollars in loss. And then you have selected one certain point, like I did, invested $100, that is 10%, and then you just made profit and you're exiting the market. That should be a realistic goal. It should not be to take a lot of trades and then test it out every single day. One day of testing is enough, and then you need to be very careful with your investments. And that's it pretty much for this video. We are going to end this video right here. And of course, guys, make sure that you're trading the right way. You're choosing the right approach to trade, and the right approach is the safe approach to trade. You're not trying to make impulsive decisions in the market, and you're trying to make absolute calculated decisions. Now, let's get started with a very brief explanation of how exactly this strategy works. And I want you to either write it down or watch it very carefully. Alrighty, guys, so in this part of the video, we are going to learn why and how exactly can you take trades like I did in the previous slides. Now, you need to understand that for this particular strategy, our primary indicator is the D marker right here. That's been set at 14, and the main line, which is the momentum baseline, is the one that keeps on moving. The floor is 70, that you can call the overbought zone, and the oversold zone being the 30th. So that's basically the floor, and the 70th is the ceiling. Now, for the ceiling, we are referring to the green line right here, the green border right here, that the momentum has to break in order to form a bearish trend, which is the overbought zone. So the 70th right here is the overbought zone, and the 30th right here is the oversold zone. Now, what you really need to be careful about, and what you really need to look at in order to calculate your decision for either an uptrend or a downtrend, is the fact that the movement of this momentum baseline line or the trend control line, which has to be not between the floor and the ceiling, but across them. Now what I'm trying to refer to is the fact that this momentum control line controls the momentum of the price. Now, what happens is, let's say the momentum baseline goes all the way to the overbought position. And then what it does there is it crosses the overbought position like right here. Then what really happens is that the buyers are being strengthened. You don't have to take a trade right there. What you really need to do is you need to wait. You need to wait until it starts moving back into the zone. Now, what happens around the time when it starts moving back down in the zone, in basically the zone where the the average zone is that there is a formation of trend. And now when, let's say, the momentum baseline, it just goes all the way around the overbought position, it breaks the overbought position, and then it's roaming around up in around just around here, and then it's not either coming down or it's making a move. That's when you have to be very, very aware, because at that time the buyers are being extremely strengthened and buying pressure is extremely high. Now, only when the control line is turning towards the ceiling, and then it's trying to get inside the house, that's when you know that the buying pressure has been exhausted, and then this is going to be a bearish trend. Now, what happens is when the momentum control line is roaming around the house, let's say up or down, that's when you know that you need to leave it alone, okay? That's inside the house. You need to catch it when it comes outside the house. And the moment the momentum control line, which is the line that I'm referring to right here, the moving line, it breaks the floor. It breaks the floor right here. It goes all the way down here, as you see, and as you can also replicate from the price right here, price movement right here in the form of candlestick. What really happened was the momentum control line went all the way down from point 30th right here, which is basically the floor, and it broke the floor. It went all the way down here. Now, you don't have to take a trade when it goes all the way down here. What really is happening is the fact that the oversold position, or the selling pressure has been exhausted, and buyers are pressurizing the momentum of this pair. So the buying pressure is being strengthened. The buying pressure could be high. Sorry, the selling pressure could be high, and the sellers are basically exhaust. They're being strengthened, and they're getting ready to get exhausted. So what's really happening is that sellers are basically trying to sell a lot. And then what happens is, at some point, the sellers get exhausted, and that's the rule of the market. So when the trend goes down, it has to go up at the same time. I mean, not at the same time, but at some time. Now, what's happening is, when the selling pressure gets exhausted, what happens is the momentum control line wants to go back inside the house, and that's what is happening right here. So what happens is, the momentum control line goes inside the house and forms a bullish pattern, a bullish momentum, and then it repeats same cycle again and again. So the primary trend indication, or a primary indicator to take a trade, is the momentum control line breaking either the ceiling, in order to come back inside the house, and that's when you know that you need to sell, or the floor, when it breaks the floor and then it comes all the way back up, and gets inside the house. That's when you know you need to catch it. And that's how simple it is. And to simplify your personal assurance, what you really need to do is you need to check if the average price is moving in the same direction. And if it is, you need to take a trade right there. You don't have to confuse yourself with so many analogies, or you don't need to confuse yourself with in this video I saw this or that. All you need to do is follow this technical pattern right here and then thank me later on. Now, I hope you liked the explanation. I know I was trying to explain it very easily, so it could have been, I could have missed something here and there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to explain it tomorrow as well with much bigger balance. So tomorrow's video is going to be combined with the stochastic oscillator, where we are going to combine it with a dual confirmation once again. Now, I'm going to be ending this video right here. And of course, guys, make sure that whenever you're trading, you're making the support and resistance zone. The resistance zone is right here. So I'm forming two zones in the same chart so that I don't end up messing the entire thing. Now, I'm going to end the video right here. And if you like the video, make sure that you drop a comment down below. And if you think that the videos need improvement, make sure to drop your feedback down here in the comment. So also, if you're someone who really is serious about your personal trading experience and you're really serious about your personal returns, make sure that you go to optionsalgo.ai, subscribe to any of our plans, and access our services that are solely designed to improve your trading returns and trading performance and help you get better instantly. Now, with better, I'm not referring to help you become a billionaire or millionaire instantly. I'm sorry for the billionaire. That was, like out of anger. So of course, it's not designed to make you a millionaire or a trading millionaire in one day. It's just designed to help you stay consistently profitable without being distracted. And consistently profitable depends entirely on your capital and your own efforts. So if you're somebody who wants to be very, very serious, or who is already very serious but you need a leverage, make sure that you're going to optionsalgo.ai and accessing our services, where you get to trade live with us and our software at the same time. Now, I'm going to take rest for today, and I'll be back tomorrow with another great video. Make sure that you've subscribed the channel, and make sure that if you do not like our videos, you drop your own personal feedbacks so that I can personally go ahead and change whatever you don't like, or at least take a look at if it's anywhere improvable. Now, I'm going to end this video right here, and great day to you guys.